This segment is sponsored by Healing is Possible. Hey, did you know September is National Self-Care Month? So we have Rebeccah Silence, National Marriage and Family Specialist, in the studio with us today to share soul care and relationship tips. Rebeccah is a world-class award-winning coach and media personality who has helped hundreds of thousands of people through her radio programs, podcast shows, and live appearances, and we're happy to have her in the studio. Rebeccah, good morning to you.
Good morning, Rosie. I am so excited for this potentially life-saving and relationship-saving conversation.
Well, it's really important that you bring that up because I think so many of us think, oh, self-care, it's nice, but we don't realize how important it can be. So let's talk about how self-care has been such a valuable lesson in your life.
Yeah, we think we don't have time for self-care, but really we can't afford to not take it on. I am a cancer survivor. I was diagnosed while I was pregnant, given only a 5 to 10% chance to live. And it took cancer to teach me, self-care is so much more than water, sleep, and nutrition. It's really about knowing what honors, respects, and takes care of you. And before cancer, self-care was last on my list of priorities. It went below my business, it went below my family. But after cancer, my life morphed from being super achievement driven into exclusively having my focus be on internal alignment and co-creation with God. And the truth is that self-care is the gateway to happiness.
Wow. I think it brings up a really good point. So many moms, so many wives end up putting everything else before themselves.
Yeah.
But it's really important that we take care of ourselves. My mom always says, your own oxygen mask has to go on first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about some myths and some facts when we're relating self-care.
Yeah. So I think the biggest myth I want to address here is that we think our relationship, our marriage, our family is the reason why we don't have time for self-care. But the truth is that your lack of self-care is likely the culprit if you're dissatisfied at home in any way, shape, or form. And the quality of your self-care is what determines your ability to nurture your family, your marriage, and all of your relationships. It's just so important. So if you want to save your relationship, take on self-care.
Interesting. Kind of goes the exact opposite of the way we would think.
Yeah, okay. It really, really does.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about what couples maybe specifically can learn from you, because I know that you're going to talk about self-care for women, but I'm sure you're talking about self-care for men as well.
Absolutely. So for couples, what I want you to understand is that it may have been easier to practice self-care when you were single. It might be more challenging in a marriage, right? And that's totally normal. But from an intention of self-care, any relationship can repair and reinvent. Literally any relationship. And we're all born with a dream of love. Everyone, but almost no one achieves it. What I do in just 2 days is I help couples exceed their dream of love. There's not a case I haven't cracked yet, truly. And I like to say, if you haven't worked with me, you haven't tried everything yet. And your relationship is worth nurturing. That is so vital. And you taking on self-care, again, is the pathway to moving your relationship forward.
It's wonderful to hear. I think some people do kind of feel stuck in a rut.
Yeah, and the other thing I like to say, Rosie, is we don't need to wait for a breakdown to break through. So often we wait for that crisis moment and then it motivates us. But reach out now before the pain gets worse. We can make things better faster than you can imagine.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Well, you have a special gift for our viewers. Can we talk about what comes with it?
Yeah, I am sharing a course that I gift to all of my couples with all of you. It is a spa day for your heart, mind, and soul, right? We don't need more massages or a mud bath, right? When it comes to spiritual soul care. And so what this course does in just 60 minutes is it gives you back that time that you've been longing for to just take care of you on the deepest level. Just go to RebeccahSilence.com/spa day, and the code to get the course for free is self-care. And again, you taking care of you. It's the best gift you can give yourself, and it will impact in the best possible way, not just your life, but all of your relationships.
Love to hear it. Okay, really interesting stuff this morning, Rebeccah. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Rosie. Kickstart your self-care right away.
Learn more about Rebeccah's coaching, courses, books, and receiving your free special gift at RebeccahSilence.com/spa day. Make sure to use the code SELFCARE to get your special gift for free. This segment is sponsored by Healing is Possible.